You can just respond in the chat. Yeah. Thank you, Rohan. Okay, so I think I'm clearly audible. Some of you will be still joining, so we can take a couple of seconds more. In the meantime, I'll just share my PPT. So we can straightforward jump into this. And before starting it, I think you have already gone through the different things that you have to fill in the IIM Shillong form. So the main things that you need people have confusion with, the students face confusion with, we will mainly discuss that. And it will end say 10-15 to 20 minutes, I'll explain. After that, any kind of questions that you are facing, any kind of issues that you are having or anything, please let me know. Okay. We'll mainly discuss that, what you are facing, because we are having a very short time before we can revise and re-revise our answers currently. Okay, so I'll share my screen and let's jump into it straightforward. Okay. So I think my screen is visible, my PPT is visible. And anyone, if you have any question in between, you can just put it on the chat window. You can even raise your hand so that I can ask. I think it's not the webinar format, but in case it's a webinar format, then you will not be able to unmute. But at least keep all the conversation and the questions in the chat box so that the others can also have an understanding. Okay, this question has been asked. Let me ask the other question, the other query that I have regarding this. So in IIM Shillong form, what are the main things that they have to fill? See, general questions and the different things. General questions are very common in almost all the different forms. Majority of the forms have the generic questions like academic details. Kahin pe percentage mein you have to fill. Some places you have the option to even put the conversion ratio and just put the GPA, SGPA या फिर CGPA. So just a little bit here and there. The majority of the things are almost same. So just the different questions that are being asked, I'll put it forward, and in whichever question you find it difficulty कि ये चीज में समझ में नहीं आया कि इसमें क्या fill करना है, and this was what it was available, so you can let me know. I think all of you who have joined, most of you, at least 90% of you have already gone through the form and seen कि ये चीजें मुझे fill करनी है, so that you have an understanding. Okay. So what are the different things? We start with the personal details. They'll ask about name, cat ID, date of birth, gender. ये सब form में होता है. They just want to get that reassurance that despite the fact that you have filled all these things in your cat form, the same thing remains here. Okay, ये हर जगह पे होगा. Admission के लिए पहले से ही they will stack up all the data and get it verified. Okay. Nationality, category, blood group, and all these things, mother's name, father's name, and interview city preference. Okay. Then academic details have degree, discipline. Discipline means branch. Okay, if you are from science, whichever the different options are available, uske hisab se discipline you decide. In case they have different things. See, why discipline is important? Based on the degree and discipline, they are going to decide what is basically the weightage in the different factors which will contribute to the composite score calculation. In composite score calculation, many of the institutes, they have a certain weightage. Shillong में क्या weightage है? They have a weightage of academics में 10-10 करके है. They have a weightage to WorkX also. पहले last year they were focusing mainly on WorkX, so most of the weightages were there. Weightage was there, but इस साल they have even spread it out in your previous CADs. So यहाँ पे सारा the data you have to fill correctly. ऐसा नहीं है कि in case I have seen people who have worked in their own organization, they have founded some company and they have not included. But please include here. In order to be doubly assured that your work experience being a founder will be calculated or not, you can just drop a message or a mail not message, mail to the respective admissions office. It is irrespective of any of the institute. If they have mentioned it strictly in their admission policy, you can consider your work it to be your work ex if you're the founder or the chairman of the company of your own organization, then also you can count it as work ex. In that case also, even if they are not mentioning, it's better to not take a chance and just give them the clarity. Same goes for the marks. In case your conversion ratio or something is missing from your report cards, what do I mean? For example, in engineering, in some of the colleges you will get percentage, in some of the colleges you get CGPA, and they want in percentage. That time you have to keep in mind that they are asking for the yearly or the particular semester. Uske hisab se, if it is semester, just convert using the conversion ratio given at the back side of the, just flip the mark sheet. Usually there it is written, some kind of conversion ratio will be mentioned. Most of the times, 90% of the times, it is 9.5. It may vary from organization to from institute to institute, university or college to college. So based on that conversion ratio, you can convert the SGPA, matlab semester GPA, not CGPA, because it will be considering the previous year's data also, previous year's result also. Usko nahi. SGPA या फिर that particular years. In case they are asking for the years full percentage, consider the ratio or the average of both the semesters that are involved in that particular year. First year matlab first and second semester ka combination means average of this two. So similarly, see exactly what they want and see what form of data you have. If you have no conversion ratio conversion factor mentioned at the back of your report card, just put 10 matlab 100%, maybe 9 means 90%, and drop a mail to them, to their admissions office, ki there is no mention of this conversion ratio, so I am considering this. In case you in most of the cases it is considered 9.5, so according to that, this is my marks. Accordingly, I have done. Even if you have filled, do that. Even if you have the conversion ratio, do that. In some of the forms, you will find that they will add a comment button, a comment text box, so that you can put the conversion ratio and make them understand that, okay, what is the basis, what is the base that you have taken or considered. Okay, I have elaborated it very too much, so that I can make you understand that the percentage calculation may vary from one institute to another. Just take all the precautions necessary from beforehand, so that later on it doesn't turn out that you are getting 95%, but they are not considering it. Okay, there is some kind of disparity or something. So in academic details, these are all the different things that you have to fill. I think in any of these pointers, if you have any question, please let me know. Because I don't think you have any doubts in understanding what you need to feel in this particular things. Okay, I can see. Does academic break also include any break after complete graduation? Yes, after complete graduation, if you have not worked at all, you have a certain amount. And after that, you are considering another. See, academic break, in case you have done any kind of post-graduation, I'm not taking into consideration the MBA, maybe MTech. After BTech, you have taken a pause and you have done MTech, and then you are going for MBA later. I have seen plenty of students in the past few years doing that, doing double post-graduation kind of a situation. So in that case, that will be considered as an academic break. Otherwise, it will be a break after work. It will not be an academic break, but it will be a gap. It will be considered as a gap. Okay. And if you are saying ki in that gap, you have to mention, you can just be truthful. Ki I have prepared fully into this, so this is the reason. There are some student, academic break is mainly when you are having two academic things, degrees or anything, and the flow is interrupted at any point. Because of that, if you have lost a year or so. then it is an academic break. Okay. What should you write in the discipline for class 10? Class 10 में 10th में usually it's all. You don't have to mention any discipline. You can say all subjects or something. 10th में कोई discipline नहीं होता. 12th में there is science, commerce, arts. Okay. But there, and in this, I don't think you have to mention anything. What if we were doing CA after graduation? Is it still academic break? How much time did you take in order before CA? How much time did you reattempt and give? According to that, it will be considered. If you are doing it immediately, मतलब normal जो tenure है. अब अगर तुम engineering 5 साल में कर रहे हो, there is a break in some way or the other. There is a discontinuation. कहीं पे you have a gap. That's why instead of 4, you have completed in 5. So whatever the standard format is, whatever the difference is, it should not exceed the normal pace. That's all. General would work? Yes, Saloni, general would work. Does full-time work with graduation count? With graduation, you cannot show it simultaneously. It is not legal kind of a situation. So if you're working full-time while being a college student, it cannot be considered. Though you have done full-time work, maybe for some kind of pocket money or for a source of income, but it will not be considered because that time they are considering it as an academic year. So that full-time work will not be considered in the work X. I have graduated in July 24 and I gave CAT in MM. So is it a break? It is a small break, but it is a break because you have not taken up. And this short break between July and November is, you don't even have to think of justifying or giving an explanation. You can just say, ki, I would require some time. I needed this time not to go for a job, but to give my full time to this. So this is a break. You can mention it is a break. Why? See, they are not considering कि November 24th तक you have only 3 to 4 months. They are considering till you start your next year, right? You are going to be in the college in say May or April, end April या फिर beginning of May 2025. In case of top B school, in some of the B schools, it will start a little bit late, say mid-May to June. So basically, you are getting a gap of around 11 months from July 24 to June 25. So उसके हिसाब से they will consider it as a break. Okay. Yeah, that's all the questions that I have received. So let's take it forward a little bit fast. So years and reasons thereof and all these things. Academic break, तो यहाँ पे you can mention कि suppose after 10th, after 12th usually it happens कि आपको engineering नहीं मिला, so or you didn't crack IIT. Many students do that. So you didn't crack IIT, so you are dropping a year and next year you're trying. So that time, the difference is here you can mention beside 12th, ki there is an academic break. And this is the reason for that. Okay, I needed to prepare because it was my, I wanted to go there. From I've completed C enter, how to enter that. There is degree. This title of professional qualification is already there, right? In the third option that you have to enter, you need to enter the professional qualification if you have any. Their title of the degree, percentage of this is, you have not completed. You're in between. So, Tilak, you have not qualified, you have completed inter. So how can you enter the particular year of passing? When did you complete it? Which year did you complete it? Have you completed it recently? Only the year is enough. You can just put it as of there must be a certification or something that you have received. Usually even pass certificate may we have a month and date mentioned, right? So according to that, you can take it. Can I unmute? Just see if you can unmute, because I'm not sure if it is in the webinar format, you won't be able to unmute.
Ma'am, can you
Ma'am,
listen
we
to
will
me?
be able to
Yeah.
unmute.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ma'am, I have completed my CA intermediate back in November 23.
Okay.
And in the CAT application form that I filled for the examination, I have put my marks over there. So should I put my marks? If yes, then what will be the year of passing? The year and month in which I passed my CA intermediate, or the probable year in which I will complete my degree?
No, when you have completed that, means degree ki
Intermediate.
see, percentage inter, percentage final. Percentage final you don't know yet, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You know only inter. तो final तो नहीं है. Year of passing में there is any pursuing anything mentioned, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं होगा कि those who have not completed completely cannot enter anything here. So see the options and check the options, and if it is not resolved or something or the other is not, the options are not as per your requirement, you can even message me directly. You can just share a screenshot and I can show you where to put what. Okay, 99, I have put my number in the chat window. You can just save it and send me the screenshot ki these are the options. If the feasible option is available, go with it, or else just let me know which one is the best one. We will take it forward. Just after the session, you can reach out to me. And okay, so name of the organization, type of organization, and WorkX. WorkX may, what are the different things that will be will be considered even if you are working in your having your own firm. But please keep in mind if you want to showcase that, you must be one of the employees, you must be considered as one of the employees. That means what? You must be getting a salary and you must be having the last 3 months of salary slips. खुद का कंपनी है तो you can easily get the this thing, the end date of your tenure, work tenure. तो work experience certificate तुम खुद ही बना लोगे. But in case you don't have, prepare it and make 3 months, last 3 months of pay slips is required. Otherwise, if you cannot produce that pay slips, some of the organizations, when some of the institutes even consider, if you don't have the pay slips, please produce the last 3 months ka bank statement where it has been mentioned that this NEFT transfer or something from this organization to your bank account has happened. And you have to give a snap key, this is my salary account. So that all proof is required. Either pay slip and joining offer letter and the work experience certificate, or joining experience certificate, work experience certificate, offer letter and experience certificate. And the third thing, in case you don't have the pay slips, you have to produce some kind of proof of the bank account details of the 3 month ka snap चाहिए जिसमें salary account it has been proven via transaction. वहां पे दिखाना चाहिए, लिखा आना चाहिए in the statement, and your details should be clearly visible that this is the bank account and this is the salary account, so that it becomes clear for them that you are not forging it.
Hello,
Okay.
ma'am. I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, regarding my work experience only, I asked that I have work experience along with my graduation. So I have confirmed with the colleges, and like IIM Rohtak and Mumbai told me that I can fill my work experience detail in the experience section. But I'm not sure about IIM Shillong. Like I tried reaching out to them, but they are not picking up my calls, not replying to my emails. So what should I do in such a situation?
You enter the details and you drop a mail to them. Okay, this is the see. In some of the cases, you never know. Since there is a weightage to work experience, you cannot take that risk. A lot is at stake, right? In work experience. So you can just enter the work experience details and you can just reach out to them. These are the details, these are the proofs, whatever the proofs I have mentioned. These 3 things I have attached and I have filled this, though it's my, this is the situation, and please revert back as soon as possible if anything else is required.
Okay.
Please
Yeah,
help me.
because I also checked their selection criteria that they have released, and it is not written in the selection criteria that work after graduation will be counted. So nowhere it was written. So it was creating like more confusion for me.
See, can you, means I'm not clear. Can you reiterate that you have worked before? Huh.
Ma'am, I have pursued my graduation through correspondence mode.
Okay.
And I was working full time in a government department meanwhile. So just I wanted to clear that should I enter my
The
this?
whole thing will be included.
Yes, ma'am.
That time the whole thing will be included.
The whole work.
Yeah, whole tenure will be included. Since it is correspondence course, any certification course, any correspondence course, which is a part-time thing, it's not a full-time thing. If you have done a 2-year program in any of the institute, if you have done a full-fledged जो residential program होता है, that time if you are working part-time, that is not considered as your work experience, but this one will be considered work experience.
Okay, but in like IIM CAP application form, it was clearly written that only work after graduation will be counted. So in that case, can I fill or should I not fill this work experience?
It has not been made clear in this particular institute. So you can fill this thing. You give the latest जो work किया है वो ऊपर लिखो. Then you give the second one. Means this is the means usually the sequence we keep is like that. Okay. In work experience. So when you mention both the things, please drop a mail to the admissions. They should not come back and say कि you have not reached out. Call miss हो गया, they can say. But you have the proof that you have sent the mail. Na? In the mail, you make it clear that nothing was mentioned as such. So based on my understanding, I have filled this because I was working full time, and these are the pay slips and all to prove my employment during the time that I was having the correspondence course. That's simple.
Okay. And for IIM Rohtak and Mumbai, they said that you can fill the details, but I don't have any proof since it was confirmed on a call. So can it be a problem later? Like if they ask that, okay, you mentioned like wrong information.
Okay. Just again, after filling, put a mail ke as discussed on you on phone, and as discussed in Shillong you keep ke I tried reaching out but I couldn't reach out, so I am putting forward my concern. These are the details that I filled, these are the proofs, and please please revert back in case of anything, means in case you require any more any other thing related to this to verify this. Okay. Second, when you go to such a form where call में confirmation है, then you can put it in the mail. मैं तो इसके लिए क्या उसके लिए भी बोलती हूँ, when you have to fill the different details of your graduation या फिर कुछ जहाँ पे you have to fill the percentage and you have CGPA. Even during that case, for the safe side, always drop a mail to the admissions forum कि this is the backside of this, and you can see the conversion ratio here. Accordingly, I have filled this form.
Okay.
उसके हिसाब से यहाँ पे तो आप clearly बता दो. There won't be an issue, because if you have already confirmed कि on the basis of this, they want to know कि on the basis of this, what is the situation. So on the basis of this, this is the current scenario. Since you have confirmed on call, I have filled this, and for your reference, please find the details attached here with to confirm my this work experience. Bas, simple. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, one more thing. Today I was filling IIT Kanpur form, and I reached out to them twice. So in one call, they mentioned that they said that I can mention this work experience, and then another person said that no, I can't mention it. So what should I do?
In the admission policy, anything written you cannot mention?
No, it is not written that I cannot mention it.
If you cannot, if anywhere it is mentioned that this can be considered or this cannot be considered, if it is strictly clear, then it's fine. If it is not strictly mentioned anywhere that this will be considered or this will not be considered, assuming that you have worked since you are the full-time employee,
Yes, ma'am.
assuming that this is the full-time employer employment and you have work experience, you can just same आप डायरेक्टली मेल में ड्रॉप कर दो कि एज डिस्कस्ड they are not going to go and check back, but at least they will understand that you have reached out. Okay, because they also won't record each and every call, right? तो आप directly उसमें लिख दो as per the conversation, based on this grounds I am filling up, I have already filled the work experience which I was doing the full-time job that I was doing besides my correspondence course, and these are the required details. ऐसा ना हो कि back and forth बार बार चले, इसलिए पहले से proof दे दो कि these are everything and this is all you need. Just verified, get it verified.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. I can see 3 chat questions. Wait, for ICC class 10, what to write in discipline? General या फिर all subjects? During my time also I had written all subjects or something. Others, kuch you have to enter, na? You don't have to be strict. If there is no option to select, just write general. And 1 year break after leaving the job, then given cat is yes, it is an academic. This is not academic break, but this is a gap. This is a gap, so it will not be considered an academic break, but academic break में मत लिखो इसको. If you have not done job for a certain point of time, that's just leaving that is a gap, but that is not an academic break. We can't enter FRM in professional qualification, right? If there is no option to fill, no, you cannot fill because it is clearly mentioned only for this 3. Okay, Bhavesh, do we need to upload any documents for IIM Shillong form? I can't recall that is required because I have not seen any place to upload. Means the snaps that I have received from from the students, in that it was not mentioned. I don't think you need to upload any documents. That verification and everything will go later on. Later on, if you are not able to produce the required documents to verify all the details that you have filled in the form, then your admission will be revoked. So accordingly, be truthful, fill all the correct data up to the point कि इतने दिन काम किया. तो you, if it is mentioned in terms of months, please mention the months accurately as per whatever is written in your living certificate and joining certificate. For ICSE class 10, what to write in discipline, I have already mentioned. Are they asking for recommendation? Shillong, I don't think they are asking for recommendation, but in Bangalore, in many of the institutes, they have asked for recommendation. Please make it clear in your mind कि reach out to common 2 to 3 people from among your past year, जैसे for references, for putting their name in the form, for putting their details in the forms. Make sure that you talk to one professor, since if in case you are a fresher, ensure that you have good connections. जिन 2 professor के साथ you have a good connections or a good rapport, or there is no fuzz in between you two, reach out to them, talk to them. Okay, I am going to include your name as details for references for my B school forms. But simple, you have to make them know. You don't want कि later on somebody calls and immediately say कि do you know this person, or they give to fill up the form and they can't recall who you are and they don't respond in time. So it will be a backfire. So don't do that. So previously, before filling up the form, reach out to 2 professors in case you are fresher. In case you are work ex person, reach out to your manager. your immediate last manager, and if you have multiple bosses, both the managers. And I will always prefer कि दो references में से एक professor रखो, एक this, so they get a overall idea कि okay, as a student you had a good feedback, you have, if they have received a good feedback about you in terms of your academic life as well as how you wear it at your work, so it's an additional perk, it looks good in both the profiles, you did the work excellently. So that's why even during my time, I used to keep these two things. Means one of my ex-bosses with whom I had the best rapport with, या फिर with whom I have worked maximum of my tenure, and one was my project head when I was doing my final year project. So these two things I always maintained. Even when you go for the different after this the recruitment drive and everything, there also you will require two referees. So because of during that time also you can go back to your initial manager and then your immediate professor in the P school. So these things are always required, so always build a proper rapport, keep in touch one or two mentors from before, so that you can easily reach out to them whenever you need recommendations, या फिर references or anything, you need to fill out that. Okay, then next question. This question taken out to this me, this I'm sure from discussion. Okay. Okay. This I have mentioned. I have done engineering for a year after 12, but left after a year and then switched to economics. Yes, Kevin, if you have done engineering for a year after 12th and left after a year and then switched, it is considered an academic break. Okay? Because you have not continued, so it will be an academic break. You can take, you have change of mind, thought process change, and because of that you have gone to the next one. For my graduation, I have done BCom honors. What will be my specialization if I have chosen mix of subjects from multiple field? Say, Tilak, you can take this thing offline because it's a specialization. Specialization, we can take it forward later on call or something. Specialization is a different topic. Here we are, let me discuss the form filling part first. Okay, so I can see I have answered most of your questions, all of the questions. So let me finish this part first. Most important questions, let me discuss, and later on we will take the questions. Okay, so work experience, it is clear. If in any case you have a full-time work, you can mention it here. If you have an organization, you have come up with an organization, or you are an entrepreneur who have their own organization, has their own, his or her own organization, and you can show or put it forward as a full salaried employee, you can take full-time salaried employee. You just need the three things that I have mentioned, and you are good to go to mention it in the work experience. Have you suffered in the past or any these are just normal questions. Okay, have you suffered in the past from any chronic illness, including mental illness? In case you have, please give a maximum of 500 words. You don't have to nag a lot, या फिर say something which is very the tone is negative. Don't write anything in negative. If you have undergone a lot of issues, you can mention that, but how you have recovered from it, how have you come up and gone out of the blue to perform so well that you have received the call. So that journey is more inspiring. That thing, that motivational journey that you have taken from being sick to this place, how you have come up, that is very nice. Okay, so nice to mention, then they will like it. So accordingly do that. ज़्यादा negative नहीं लिखना है कहीं पे भी. Okay. So the next thing is extracurriculars. This is the main concern which comes up. Like extracurricular interests, when they say activities, mention all the extracurricular activities. Awards and achievements, usually they consider the level college, inter-college, university, in any kind of fest, inter-college fest, in some other fest you went in some of the colleges, you won competitions in anything, that will be included here. Pursuing since remarks any, okay, write about your extracurricular activities and hobbies. 50 words. You have very limited, very less words. So you can just write the main thing that you are going to put it forward. वैसे भी during, despite whatever you feel here, you will be cross-checked, but and questioned based on whatever you say in your intro during your interview. So try to create a maximum impact during this. So don't write too much in details, but give a crisp, short glimpse of whatever you have done. Okay, so extracurricular interests, hobbies, and scholastic achievements. Scholastic achievements, if you do not have any scholastic achievements, you can subtly mention something which you have achieved during the tenure of your acads, but it's fine. There are people who have no scholastic achievements and still they have been selected. So you don't have to worry in case you don't have anything to write here. And for in terms of hobbies, don't mention too much. 2 hobbies are more than enough to go and good to go. And hobbies mein agar likh rahe ho music, at least specify what exactly in music you like. Maybe you like jazz. Maybe you like pop music. You are more into indie pop. So specify that. Okay? Even during interviews, the same thing is important. You cannot give them the whole ocean to ask you from. You can give them a small bucket. Okay, this is, I am, for example, during my interview, I went and said, okay, I like to listen to music and sing songs from which usually came during the golden period, that is 1970 to 80. And my favorite singer was Mohammed Rafi. Bollywood songs. That's the, I have given them only this much range. So they can, the main thing I have made their whole, that ocean, या फिर the question, pool of questions, I have jotted, मतलब थोड़ा narrow करके I have brought that funnel to a narrow pool so that whatever they ask, I have the maximum chance of converting that or answering that. तो उसके हिसाब से whatever is the most feasible thing, what is the best thing that you love in hobby, उसमें ही छोटा करके वो concise करके give them a small domain to ask from or think from. पूरा I love everything, no need to write. You can make it concise, okay? I can see many questions. Okay. Don't mention too much in bullet form. If you have to mention, if you want to mention too many things, then distinguish between the different points in bullet forms, but avoid bullet forms. I don't think they will entertain bullet forms because they have in some of the cases mentioned that don't write bullet forms, write in paragraphs. Okay, so IIM Shillong prefer paragraphs. So don't write too much in bullet forms. Okay, you can just make small paragraphs, small write-ups to change between the different points. How many achievements are good enough? See, good enough, there is no particular number, Parth, but I'll say 2 plus is fine. 2 to 3, because keep in mind they have this at the back of their hand. So if they plan out to keep a record of this while interviewing you, and you also jab tum ye prepare karoge, at the back of your mind these achievements are already in the back of your mind. So if you say all those achievements, they make cross question you, ask you regarding what are the different things that you have mentioned here in details. So keep it crisp, concise, and the best of the achievements. If you have 10 competitions you have won, the best 3 which will fit into this journey of MBA. If you have won some kind of competition, say dance competitions, or any kind of competitions which is not that much relatable, But if you have come across some achievements which is very close to your academic journey, how you have grown, it's visibly showcasing that, some kind of case study competition, some kind of debate competition, some kind of this kind of competitions which are giving them the idea that you are good in this, and this is very important uh, not perspect very important parameter, या फिर very good you can say, yeah, parameter or quality that they want in a manager, then it's the perfect fit. So accordingly, jot down the achievements which will best reflect your this particular situation. What if you have participated? Wait, I lost a question. What if you have participated in a lot of extracurriculars but not at the level of has awards or proofs? See, if you do not have proof, do not write those points, because you never know. In order to justify that, they will ask for proofs in some way or the other. Later, just keep in mind, now, even if they don't ask, to verify that this will be a little bit backfire. It will backfire in case you are not, that proof is not available to you. Okay, whatever you write, whatever you claim, you must have a backing up for that. You cannot just straightforward write. Okay, and if you don't have lots of extracurricular some kind of extracurricular activities जिसके लिए तुम्हारे पास नहीं है certificate, it's okay, you don't have to write, you have lots of options ना. 2 to 3 options रखो, उससे ज्यादा इतना ज्यादा लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. मैक्सिमम तो I will say 4 से ज्यादा there is no chance कि you write, it will be very cluttered. Find out the top 3 and then see if another one you can find out as the best option. Then wo 4 is more than enough. Okay, the best ones you choose. Where can we fill internships? Internships, currently internships will be something related to academic competitions. So internships, not scholastic achievements, but you can include in the extracurricular activities as well. क्योंकि वो full time work ex में count नहीं होगा, that is not a part of your acads. So there is no separate section as in internships now. So to write down your internship, since there is no academic project section या फिर there is no separate section as such. Let me just check. Yeah, there is no particular separate section in terms of this. Yeah, so you cannot mention anywhere in this of the options. So it's better you can make it a part of the activities here. Okay. Scholastic achievements may include merit certificates, ranks in board, university. Again, if you have ranks in boards, कहीं ना कहीं कोई proof होगा, कोई mail या फिर कोई award, कोई, even if you have a memento or something which gives a even I kept my memento जो first हुई थी. I kept a snap. I clicked a snap in order to prove, and I clicked a snap of the newspaper cutting that I have, for because I was first in the state in Northeast. तो उसके basis पे you can keep that. So they need a little bit an authenticate source to verify your achievement. So उसके हिसाब से लिख लेना, it's fine. You will get time to fill whatever the details they want to verify all this. So you don't have to worry currently, but make sure that you have, and you will be able to produce that later. Okay. Academic competitions, prizes, positions, and all this thing in scholastic achievements. And these two things, provide an answer to the above question in form of an essay. Do not write bullet pointers. Okay. Recall some significant events from your life and explain how those may have shaped you. So you have to write about, basically it is telling you have to write about the scholastic achievements, but do not write in bullet points. Write in paragraphs. Okay. First achievement this, second achievement this. Now, first achievements, you cannot directly say कि I was awarded first. Describe a little bit. I was awarded first in this competition because of my project. The project which bagged the first prize was this because I worked on this. But simple, it's short, crisp 2-line answer for that particular point. नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, ऐसा करके बुलेट पॉइंट्स मत रखो, डिफरेंट पैराग्राफ्स कर दो, छोटे छोटे पैराग्राफ्स फॉर ईच एंड एवरी सिग्निफिकेंट इवेंट दैट यू वांट टू हाईलाइट, and any kind of significant event from your life which have shaped you, means it has made you realize something, you have a very good understanding, a learning from that event. It can be a personal event, something from your personal life, something that you have learned from your friends, your family, or any kind of experience you had in school, college, fest, organizing events. During organizing events, you came across a very big learning. You did a big mistake, but it was rectified instantly because of something which made you realize that this is very important, this work ethic is very important, this thing is very important. So this kind of learning, anything learning which you are currently focusing on and you want to stick to that, so it is basically contributing to who you are. मैं पहले बहुत अलग थी, अभी बहुत अलग हूँ. There may be 2 or 3 significant events in my life which has made me change from this to this. So a little bit in your own words, what are those significant events? Whatever you can share, you can write in those. So total 750 words may you have to complete this answer. And any position, and you have held any position in student association or voluntary organization, means either you have worked with any NGO, or you have voluntary, in some of the cases some students, I have seen, I have experienced, I have done myself. When I was doing my graduation, I worked as a volunteer in teaching students around. Okay? So you can mention that. If you have come across any CSR project, if you have participated in a CSR project, corporate social responsibility, anything and anything related to social service and everything, or if you have been a core committee member, या फिर any event management member, any committee member, any maybe captain of the club or a senior coordinator, junior coordinator, any coordinator of any clubs on committees or societies of your school, college, वो सब तुम mention कर सकते हो in this particular question. Okay. I think the different things is mainly clear. Now you can, you already know the main place where you can find all this. Okay. In order to write that 750 words SOP and all, you can get the questions and the answers to your queries checked in by filling up the B School form on the online portal. Your mentor will be checking it and giving you a proper feedback. Key include this point, change this and all that. I think it's already known to you guys. So you enter, go to the PDP zone. You can go to the once you are done, you can move to the second fold. Basically, in the second fold, in My Resources, you will see B School form filling. When you click on it, you will be able to find IIM Shillong. You enter that. It will pop up a call letter. It will ask you to give the call letters. After you upload, you can fill in the form. And you can नीचे एक share with mentor होगा. I think it's already shown here. Okay. So this is just an example. So when you go there, you will be able to see the this thing, this form. You can fill it and you can press नीचे जैसे यहाँ पे you can see here final submit. When you click on final submit, it is shared with your mentor and then you can take it forward. You can get on a call or you can see the feedback as discussed with your mentor and you can proceed with the final changes and then submit the actual form. Okay. I think this is done. So any questions? I know you have certain questions. I'll just stop sharing. I can just directly check on the questions that I have. What if I participate in a lot? Okay, I have already done. This question I have answered. I got 17 university rank in my UG. Can I mention that? Shikhar, you can mention that. But you need to have a proof. Is there anywhere, if there is a list where it has been mentioned, anywhere, in form of anything, if it can be proven? Okay? क्योंकि अभी तो तुम डाल दोगे. You can include this detail now, but later on, how will you justify that thing? Okay, I don't know how I did that. Okay, sorry. So, if you have university rank something, some way or the other, maybe in the final certificate or passing certificate or your degree certificate में कहीं पे तो लिखा होगा. So, if there is a proof, then you can take it, you can easily write that. Then, let me see the next question. Many of you have sent direct messages to me. So I'll read out the question first. Okay. The same, someone has sent me the same question twice, thrice. I completed UG in July 2024. Is it an academic break? Yes, it is an academic break, because you are not working. So there is a gap, a small gap. Okay, you have completed UG, na? There is a gap. It is not academic break. This is a gap. So they can ask you there. तो academic break नहीं है ये. Academic break is basically 10 12 के बीच में. If you have skipped, means after 10th, you have not after you have completed 12th, say engineering से पहले 1 साल 2 साल, that is your academic break. I've done engineering for a year after 12, but left after a year. Okay, I have answered this question. How many achievements are good enough? 2 to 3. 2 to 3 are good enough, but don't exceed more than 4, because you are cluttering them with information. And it can be, you never know. They can ask each and everything in very details later on when it comes to interview. So 3 to 4 is enough. What if you have participated in a lot of extracurriculars but not at a level of awards or proofs? I have answered that. Why the questions are getting repeated in my window? Under which category best employee award and marketing certificate come? See, best employee award and everything comes under work, but in work experience, let me just get a look of the tabs that you need to fill. Was held from this. Okay. So you won't be able to include this in the initial personal data section, but awards and achievements, you can keep it in awards and achievements to some extent. Okay. Scholastic nahi hoga, but you can mention in the extracurriculars for now. In this case, because you do not have a separate section to mention this. Sahil.
Ma'am, I have a doubt if I'm allowed to ask.
Yeah.
Basically, I participated in uh, entrepreneurship event. So it was startup pitch competition, and I was a national finalist over there. So would it be considered a scholastic one or what?
It is extracurricular. Any kind of case study competition. See, academic, academic, it is not an academic competition, right?
Like basically, it was one off where I had participated, like just to gauge.
Academic, I'm just telling you, academic competition will be, for example, Olympiad, KVPY,
Okay.
cracking this. And this case study competitions, inter-school, inter-college competitions, maybe robotics competition, maybe any kind of dance competition, all this kind of competitions which are outside the normal academic purview या फिर syllabus, then you can consider that as extracurriculars. तो यहाँ पे extracurriculars में include that. Okay.
Okay. And another point, so given that I was awarded the best student award in my college because it had multiple parameters, so we had to be in top 5 percentile of our batch and other PORs and stuff. So will it be considered as scholastic one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Include both the points in scholastic. I'm sorry, first point in scholastic and the second question, the second part of the questions, whether responsibilities you need to mention, there you can enter the POR, the positions of responsibility you can put there.
So
Okay.
like a subsequent point would be like in the like over there we were being referred by our teachers, but the mandatory requirement was to be in top 5 percentile. So how do I prove them as of now? Because there was no any sort of certificate, right? And this happened like
Somewhere there it would have been mentioned, na? There is a proof. There may be two things. Okay. One is that you were finally selected. तो
yeah,
उसका
I
कुछ
was
proof होगा and
both of
there must be somewhere written the criteria.
okay.
So you can add both the snaps in one PDF file and that can be used later. You don't have to worry about that, but you have to remember ki have you put do you have communication with these two things somewhere? So you have to just combine and make it properly.
So then
Okay.
I'll skip the top 5 wala because like it has been like 3 years right now, like 3.5 years. So वो मेरे को मिलेगा नहीं अभी.
Okay, so no issues. But the next part you already have that
Yeah.
mentioned, so you can take it forward. Okay. Mm, okay. Tilak has mentioned I have achieved the first position in the class 12th exam, receiving scholarship awards. Demonstrating. Okay, is this a good? Yes, yes. It is of course a scholastic achievement because you have aced the 12th exams, na? So it is a scholastic achievement. Saloni, if anyone has not received any award in extracurriculars, you can leave that blank. You can just write not applicable. That's fine. I think in some of the places there will be mandatory. You have to write something. You can just mention that there is no as such, not applicable kind of. It's fine. I think in the heading also it's written. Somewhere it is written maybe. If applicable, I have just seen anything. Okay, no worries. And see, in extracurricular activities, there is a remarks, if any. Remarks may one of you asked about work experience. Wait, some achievement in the work field. Let me search the name. Where is that? Where is she? I can recall. One of you asked, I can't find the message, but one of you asked ki during my work I received this is award kind of a situation. So if you have received that, there is a remark section in the extracurriculars. You can mention there also ki this achievement I have means I have this achievement in the work field and mention the achievement. Okay. Okay, next question. Let me take it. Can you, ma'am, for the level I've participated both. Okay. Can we, name, ma'am, for level I have participated in both school and college. First, should I mention for activity which level I have participated? Level I have participated. You have sent. Okay. For which level? You can mention anything. Prefer the, see, don't go for ekdam junior, just say middle school and all those. The highest one should be prioritized. In the mentioning, you can mention multiple things and keep the best option at the top. Suppose there are two things. One you went to the national level, another is in the district level. So you can keep the national level at the top. So that is the higher one. So you can don't think about the sequence of the timing, but keep the sequence of the best first. Okay. Next, can we add publishing research article in scholastic achievement? If it has been appreciated, if it was selected in um, any kind of forum, and your article was published in any kind of forum, then you can say that. Okay. Just making a research article will not be sufficient to be considered as a scholastic achievement. But if your research was selected in some kind of forum in order to take it forward, appreciate your work, then you can definitely mention scholastic achievement. My level of extracurriculars were in school, but that option isn't available. So should I not write? Extracurriculars में other remarks का एक option है. Keep there. If anything out of the blue comes, wherever remarks is possible, and that thing that you want to mention is somewhere in that area, you can keep it. ठीक है, वहां पे लिख लो. Can startup pitch competition national finals be considered scholastic? Startup pitch competition, no, it is extracurriculars. Startup pitch competition, yeah, it's nothing to be academic, right? So you consider this startup pitch competition national finals thing as extracurricular activities. Can I put under remarks, if any? Yes, you can put. Anish, I have to see what you have mentioned before. Anish, can we fill internships? Yes, you can fill internships over there. Internships or any achievements other than your normal school college ka achievements. Means like I was the top performer of the month or the top performer last year. So there is no place to put that forward. So you can put it there. It won't be scholastic. Okay. 2 to 4 events are okay. Yes. Does Shillong conduct VAT or GD as a part of selection process? During your interview, you will be getting an extempo topic. Last time this happened, they asked for everyone, and in the middle of the interview, they gave a topic. They told ki think for a minute, and you'll get 2 to 3 minutes to answer. Okay, so an extempo topic was given in Shillong. There is no GD, as far as I can recall. A list have been published on the website. Shikhar, I am not able to understand what you want to say. Okay. Questions are piling up again and again. Okay. In 10th and 12th, we are asked for specialization like science or commerce. Can we mention that in specialization for 10th and 12th? Yeah. Can we mention that in specialization for 10th and 12th? 10th or 12th? 12th may you have commerce, science and this, na? And I have already mentioned twice or thrice that in 10th, since there is no specific specialization mentioned anywhere, so you can, us domain mein you can put, matlab, us option mein you can put general. If public speaking considered an extracurricular activity, like I am member of, a club, so the certificates I got over there can be considered. Yes, it can be considered. So I went in the Slamithon in NGO. I don't have a certificate for that. Richika, it will be public speaking wala thing that you have mentioned. It can be considered in an extracurricular activity. And for this, we had posted photos, tagged this as a proof, so I can write about it. You can mention that. You can also mention the NGO part, because if you don't have a certificate, it's fine. In some of the cases, even when I had to present some of the positions, say I scored highest in Northeast during my 12th boards and also during my 10th boards. I had a proof because of the 3 or 4 newspaper articles. So I combined and took a snap and mentioned that this is where I've been mentioned in an article. Within Northeast, Aratrika has scored the highest with 96 percentile. No, sorry, 96% and all. So उसमें circle करके I have mentioned, I have highlighted that, and I have posted, I have sent that as a proof. So you can keep that as a photo वगैरह है, and you have been mentioned there. It can be considered. Okay. Internships where? I have already mentioned internships. You can include in the extra section, या फिर comment section, remark section of the extracurricular activities. Supposed to enter only one extracurricular activity for each and everything. You can mention 3. Don't exceed 3 to 4 extracurricular activities. You will clutter them with information or bombard them with lots of information, and then it will backfire on you later on. So keep that simple, nice, crisp. Okay. If not, how do you structure them under the extracurricular section, like achievement 1, maybe the state level, national level? Keep the national level first, then you can keep the state level. Okay, Savio. First keep this national level, then keep this thing. For example, I have a case crusader merit certificate for Tata Imagination. How do I answer? Pursued since field. Pursuing, how do I answer? Pursuing since field. I'm not able to understand. Pursuing since field. Huh. Savio, you are on unmute. Okay.
Yeah,
I
hi.
was asking.
I saw that I joined the meeting a little late. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I cannot understand the example that you've put
Like
forward.
if I
The
want,
certifications, huh?
yeah, like if I want to add that case crusader title merit certificate thing, like what do I fill in the?
Extracurricular activities.
Yeah, but there is a column called pursuing since also, right? Like beside it, if you have access to the form.
Pursuing since you can, this is actually pursuing since is the first interaction that you have. If you have done 2020, simple.
Okay.
You don't have to worry. The date that is written on the certificate or anything, the date or the timeline that has been mentioned, you can put that.
Okay. Thank
You're welcome. A list has been published on the website. Okay. Shikhar, you said that you got 17th rank and a list has been published on the university. Please take a snap along with the URL. In the snap, the URL should be there, or the form. If it is in a PDF form, you can just make it more visible. So first वाले में तो लिखा ही होगा. In any kind of document or anything, proper URL and everything is visible that this is the official website. It has been taken from there, the document, and you can just highlight your name there and you can keep it as a record later on for verification. Okay, Shikhar, you can use that. Column blank I meant. Okay, Savio. Then Kavya, so we can only mention about being 10, 12 grad topper in scholastic achievement. No, in your grad topper or any kind of director, you can be in the director list. Any kind of scholastic achievements is maybe Olympiad, maybe any kind of competition where CADS is the main thing that is going to be evaluated, not your skills, not your extracurricular, not skills or not your values or not these things. Okay, which is mainly a part of your curriculum. Olympiads ho gaya, that is a scholastic achievement. Any kind of important things that has happened in the school, college, and all this you can include. CBSE merit certificate for all A1 included in scholastic. Yes, Savio, you can include that in your scholastic achievement. Any other question? You can just directly ask me, unmute and ask me if you have, because I have exhausted and answered all the questions here, and you can directly ask me. If you do not have any questions, we can just end the session and we can get on a call. I think I have told one of you I've asked. I got a question regarding the specialization. Then we can get on a. Okay. I'll have to check. Okay. Okay. The person who asked about the question is not in the call. So, any other question? If there is no other question, we can wrap up. And please fill in the form, reach out to your mentor, get it verified, get it checked, reviewed, or get the feedback and work on it. And please ensure that before the deadline, at least 5 to 6 hours before the deadline, you're done and dusted with uploading the file. Because if you're not done and the last moment the whole server crashing and everything happens, then it will be a problem. It is one of the top B schools. You don't want to lose the chance. Okay. So all the best. So we can end the call since I cannot see anyone responding or any questions. There is no other question left. So all the best. Let's end it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining the session.